funny, and frequently provocative. This is one host who sure knows how to make an impression.
I'm not making this stuff up. I'm imagining it.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Stephen Colbert moments.
I haven't seen my kids in 18 months and I am losing calcium in my bones. Doctors say I should stop. I'm not gonna.
For this list, we're looking at segments from The Colbert Report, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and any other television appearances this funny and satirical South Carolina native has made.
I am phenomenal. However long it takes, I'll go to whatever lengths. It's gonna make me a monster though.
Number 10. Getting Daft Punked, The Colbert Report. While he likely didn't feel lucky at first, Colbert managed to turn a decision by Comedy Central's corporate parent Viacom to cancel an appearance by Daft Punk on The Colbert Report into comedy gold. After explaining how he'd only just found out the day before that another Viacom subsidiary, MTV, had exclusive performance rights to the French duo, he started dancing to Daft Punk's hit Get Lucky. Various celebrities joined him in an original music video, most notably Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston on roller skates in what looked like a disco. When life gives you lemons, you make a funny video. Number 9. Only in Monroe, Only in Monroe.
Spoiler alert, hope you didn't get too attached to that free parking on Cass Street.
Stephen Colbert can host anything well. He proved that when, during the break between The Colbert Report and The Late Show, he took over hosting duties for one episode of a local Monroe, Michigan public access show, Only in Monroe.
If you're wondering what muskrat tastes like, imagine eating a rat, but with more musk.
He interviewed the show's regular hosts and brought up a very local and impressively out-of-date Yelp review before introducing his special guest, Michigan native Eminem, whom Colbert referred to by his given name, Marshall Mathers.
Marshall, thanks so much for being here today.
After pretending not to know his guest was famous, the pair co-presented the ultimate local show segment, a real Monroe, Michigan community calendar.
Stop by if you're a numismatist, or if Tuesday is laundry day and you just need to break a single.
Number 8. Crude Political Drawings, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
I'm writing OC it's really small because I don't want to waste chalk here.
Colbert's political comedy can be witty, highbrow satire, but sometimes downright crude and juvenile gets the point across just as well, if not better, as Colbert demonstrated when lampooning Donald Trump and his administration.
Probably because Obama is a Muslim, and that's a bad thing.
Colbert has used drawings to explain everything from the Access Hollywood tape scandal to Republican Devin Nunes's conflict of interest, while the audience in the Ed Sullivan Theater gets to see the whole work. At some point, CBS will often blur out part of the image, prompting Colbert to playfully speculate as to just when that will happen.
Right there.
Number 7. Tuck Buckford, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Listen, people, the liberals want to tattoo Obama logos onto the skin of Christian babies, okay?
Colbert has made a career out of parodying conservative pundits. But it turns out the host is willing to take it to the next level, imitating over-the-top conspiracy theorists like InfoWars host Alex Jones, which he does on The Late Show as Tuck Buckford.
I'm a father. I have male vitality. My children flew out my penis like a flame of love.
Colbert nails Jones's mannerisms, his style of speaking, or rather shouting, and his far-out theories, which, let's be honest, don't need to be exaggerated that much to play his comedy. The parody certainly made an impression, as the real Alex Jones brought up Colbert in his custody battle with his wife. Naturally, this shout-out only served as more fodder for the comedian.
I'm a marijuana addict who should not be trusted with my own children.
Number 6. Colbert election coverage. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
No, obviously, I'm very grateful that you're here. I'm going to finish this real.
You can finish mine, too.
Colbert's 2016 presidential election coverage started as over-the-top humor, but ended on a very serious note. During the primaries, it was presented as the Hungry for Power Games, with Colbert in full Caesar Flickerman-inspired garb, giving a send-off to candidates who left the race as though they were fallen tributes.
Bye-bye!
He also brought this character to both conventions, notably storming the stage at the RNC. Then, on election night, he hosted a live special called Stephen Colbert's Live Election Night, Democracy's series finale, Who's Gonna Clean Up This Shit? that very quickly turned from a comedy show into one of shock and reflection as the results poured in.
Let me ask you a technical question that you guys, being political analysts, would know, you'd understand. What the is happening?
Nonetheless, it was quality programming from beginning to end.
From citizens to the 2016 100 for Power Games.
Number 5. Colbert versus O'Reilly. Various.
So it doesn't happen again, Colbert.
Okay, takeaway. Was it the right thing to do?
It's clear that one of the inspirations for Colbert's over-the-top conservative character on The Colbert Report was the bombastic, now former Fox News host, Bill O'Reilly.
It is tough being me. Is it tough being you?
In character, Colbert called him Papa Bear. And when the two met in person on each other's respective shows, Colbert's mocking adoration was palpable. He promoted O'Reilly's book on his show with a 30% off sticker and allegedly stole the microwave from the break room when he was a guest of the Fox host. When O'Reilly was fired, Colbert responded both in his old character and as himself, finally getting to say what he really thought of Papa Bear.
Stay strong, Papa Bear.
Number 4. Presenting at the Emmys, the 58th Primetime Emmy Awards.
Good evening, godless sodomites.
Colbert's over-the-top character was at its best when paired with former Daily Show host Jon Stewart playing the straight man. This dynamic reached its peak when the pair co-presented at the 2006 Emmy Awards, in what was arguably one of the most memorable Emmy bits in the show's history.
I'm reading the prompter in here. You can read that pablum.
As Stewart read a prepared script on reality shows from the prompter, Colbert, fully in character, laced into the assembled crowd of Hollywood celebrities, calling them godless sodomites praying to a golden idol, the Emmy statue.
Kneel before your God, Babylon!
After the crescendo, Colbert jokingly admitted that it all had to do with his losing an award that evening to Barry Manilow. Classic Colbert.
I lost to the Copacabana.
Number 3. Holster, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
You're not the POTUS, you're the bloatus.
Stephen Colbert is no stranger to controversy or mocking the administration. The two combined when the host decided to go after President Trump for his treatment of CBS journalist John Dickerson.
John Dickerson is a fair-minded journalist and one of the most competent people who will ever walk into your office, and you treat him like that?
The epic Late Show monologue rant that ensued culminated in a crude joke about Trump and Putin, which some initially characterized as homophobic.
In fact, the only thing your mouth is good for is being Vladimir Putin's holster.
Colbert later apologized for his choice of words, but not for slamming Trump. With an army of Trump supporters criticizing Colbert, and eventually the president himself making a comment, Colbert was clearly satisfied with the controversy this bit caused.
I don't regret that.
Number 2. Burning Bush at the 2006 White House Correspondents Dinner.
The president in this case is Rocky Balboa, and Apollo Creed is everything else in the world.
In 2006, the White House Correspondents Association gave Colbert a chance to perform his faux right-wing George W. Bush-praising character for the man himself when they invited him to host their annual dinner. The Colbert Report host did not disappoint, and most certainly did not hold back.
This administration is not sinking. This administration is soaring.
He went after everything from Vice President Dick Cheney accidentally shooting a man in the face to the Bush administration's failing poll numbers and the president's track record of standing on aircraft carriers and rubble alike. Colbert even took part in a skit with the legendary White House correspondent Helen Thomas. Bush's face throughout said it all. The man was hitting his mark. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Her favorite memory of prayer was a young mother tucking in her children. Truthiness. Now, I'm sure some of the word police, the wordinistas over at Webster's, are gonna say, hey, that's not a word. Well, anybody who knows me know that I'm no fan of dictionaries or reference books. They're elitist.
My mind up, which seat can I take? It's Friday.
Number 1. The Colbert Super PAC, The Colbert Report. Some satirists tell jokes to highlight the problem of money in politics, but Colbert took things to an almost surreal level by starting his own political super PAC capable of accepting large, anonymous donations for real.
You're not getting that super PAC back, Colbert!
I want my unlimited money, John!
This gave him over a year's worth of recurring material for his show, and quite a bit of information on the political funding process for his audience. He raised nearly $774,000, much of it from not-so-anonymous donors whose names rolled across the screen as heroes. In the end, on behalf of Ham Rove, his lunch meat strategist, he donated the money to the Hurricane Sandy Relief Fund and groups fighting for campaign finance reform, among others.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.